How are we living, boys? We are talking everything Titanic today with the Bork nerfs that just came out on the last patch last Wednesday. We need to talk about Titanic. Is it the best build or not? So I got two games for you today. It'll be Titanic PTA Standard, and then the next one will be Titanic plus a little bit of on hit with lethal tempo, showing you guys a little bit about the more damaging side of Titanic. So I hope you enjoy and let's get into it. Now, the thing that makes Titanic the GOAT is the fact that you can go Titanic with lethal tempo, Conqueror, and PTA. Right, they all just do different things. PTA, 8% damage at scales, whatever. Conqueror, give you a little bit of healing. Lethal Tempo helps you kill tanks. So you could have taken Lethal Tempo this game, done the same build, and then just had an extra answer to killing this Tahm Kench. Or you can go like third item Bork if you really want to answer it. Right here, we have good consistent damage, so I don't really have to worry too much about Tahm Kench, right? I can just play to kill squishies and find good openings on them. That's the plan. Now, Bork getting nerfed, let me tell you, the thing about Bork is that it's still fine first item. There's a lot of cap around it, right? People are, definitely overestimating how much 2% of the Bork damage matters. When you're picking Bork in the correct game, guess what? It was still great. It's because they wanted to pull Bork away from just being a go Bork every game item. That's it. That's the only thing that changed. Is you can't go Bork when it's terrible and still hard slam a lobby. That's the only thing that happened. Now you have to think about the game. Oh no! No, Logan, no! I don't want to think about the game. I want to lock my favorite build. Well, then lock it anyway. Doesn't matter. Right? If you were the type of person that was going Bork every game anyway, well, you're not going to stop at the sight of 2%. You don't care. It's like milk. Right? You drank regular milk. You drank 2%. You didn't see a difference, did you? So that's the point. People are definitely overestimating how much this stuff actually matters. And it's just like, I don't know, it's leading people into thinking like Briar's in a weird bad spot now, and it's like, guys, cut the BS, man. Just cut it out. Everyone's doing a bunch of unnecessary crying about Briar. She's completely good. But we're here to talk about Titanic here, where Titanic excels at killing squishies. So we are going to path bot, full clear straight down, and try and make something good out of this. Now, Gwen's on 6th camp right now. There's no way on earth that she tries to fight me for bot crab because she knows she's late. So she's going to go top crab, and we're going to see if we can get a bot gank. If we can't, we're going to recall, play for our raptors, and that'll be the end of it. Now look at our mid real quick. Our mid actually looks slightly gankable. We're going to save our Q for when he goes to fly. So W over. Once he flies, we Q. You guys are, yeah, most definitely in the wall, by the way. I mean, I win this. It's not even close. Nice. She's on 28 farm, so immediately recall because you are on. She got the crab so that you can't do anything. But your raptors, since you start raptors, you're fine. You can actually start clearing, and this is huge, by the way. So you'd usually like to recall at 28 farm, but because your raptors are up, you're going to go ahead and take them. That's called tempo, right? Because I'm continuing to do something while she was dead, which is awesome. We'll get into that more. Now we're going to take our recall. Now usually if you have 1,000 or 1,050 gold, you'd like to just go triple longsword. If you have something like 1,100, you go ruby crystal double longsword. Now this recall, right, we're millionaires, so we're just going to grab as much as we can. Your early recalls do matter a ton, so please don't misunderstand that. Now my top laner has a freeze, so that's why I'm walking to this gank. I saw it on the minimap. We're going to confirm his Q for him. And just do a little bit of gaming here. Tap E for the slow. And you can either let him push that himself or take the, let him keep the freeze. That's fine. And this is good. Right now we're playing solo queue. We're at about 40 LP masters on this account, so we're chilling. Actually don't really love this recall that much, but it's fine. Nice. So what have we done? We full cleared down. We got a crab. We did our 2 topside camps. So our only camps are our bot side ones. And then crab. Once both crabs are dead, then it'll spawn again on one random side. So because this one is going to spawn in less than a minute, we know that, of course, we can reinforce that that 28 farm did in fact mean that that crab is dead. And we're going to play for that crab and get level 6. Now the cool thing about being level 6 here and having a good early game is that there's no way Gwen got any more farm than you, right? You've gotten every single camp of yours and a crab, right? So we're level 6, she can't be. Now you have to make a play or really try and look a play because you will be up level for a very long time here. Now I wanted to wait for that crab since it was going to spawn like 10 seconds really, but 15 when I thought about it, but put some extra time onto this dragon and get it going. Early dragons allow you to play for a dragon soul. Now, if you go to like 15 minutes, you haven't gotten a single dragon yet, probably dragon soul isn't the play this game, right? But there's no reason not to get them when they're free, and right now it is in fact free. And one of the things that we're going to try and do is go dragon to void grubs, but she was already on void grubs, knowing that we full cleared to bottom. Ooh, that looks pretty good. If Poppy can buy some time. I can ult in here, so I'm not really worried about it at all. I can just slide in on that guy. Try and get in front of the spell. This is going to take forever, and if they rotate this, it would probably even be bad for us, but I think we do kill on next cooldowns. Oh man, I just need Poppy to do anything. Oh, good try. The idea there is that we ult the Tahm Kench, hopefully save the Seraphine, but unfortunately she got hit by everything. That sucks. And then we ult in, put him into the wall, WQ. We definitely killed Tahm there. And then you Prage B, you live from the Gwen. Unfortunately she had everything there too. It happens. But that's really just off the back of our K'Sante not following, which sucks, and then Seraphine making a mistake. They happen. I'm not too worried about it. So you're going to hit the blast cone. You're not going to do your red just yet because you want your camps to fall into a line. So we're going to go Krugs into our red buff, down to Raptors, and try and kill all our stuff that way. Good. Now again, that's not the level 6 play that you want, but guess what? Not every game's going to be perfect. You got to accept that. Our top lane is super far ahead because while Tahm Kench did all that stuff with me, we were able to get him a little bit of advantage. He got all that farming experience for free, while Tahm Kench only got like an assist. Sure, he wants us to gank right now, but no, I'm not really down for that. I'm going to play to stay strong. So sometimes you have to, call quits on ganking every time that your laner wants it, or maybe it's good for them. Because you got to prioritize yourself, right? We need to get this Titanic. An 8-minute Titanic is a game changer. Nice. For example, though, had we had lethal tempo there against Tahm, that would have been the difference. So again, lethal tempo, if you're playing to kill a tank, will scale you up quite nice. But alas, we are PTA, so we are the squishy killer. Every time that we hop on a squishy, do our full combo with Titanic, we will ensure do at least 60% of their health, which will leave you either another cooldown or a little bit of team help, and you will get a full kill. I would like to play for this crab and then reset to grubs. Now grubs have a shorter respawn timer than dragon, so you're able to find a little bit of extra opportunity. If you W like that, you can check that that red buff is down. In fact cleared, I can tell based off her camp amounts. I'm going to look bot lane here while she's looking top lane. Slide through on that one. That one looks usually pretty good, but not yet. We can still make something work though. Do a good bit of damage there. She keeps missing traps, so I'm lit. That's a flash. I can flash away and then I can actually re-engage here in a second. Oh yeah. We've ran out of time for this play. I think we're just going to accept it. We got Nami's flash. But we would get hit by that bubble, but this guy can't hit a bubble, man. So now we're super late for this. Try to zone. I'm on my way. We don't want Gwen to get grubs because that leads her to a really solid game. If she ever finds a time to split push, she will destroy a turret. She's 3-1, I'm 3-1. We're making it work. We got actually a pretty good game here. Our top lane is way ahead. We just need him to play for us this time. I don't know that he will, but I'm going to hope that he does. She's going to be blasting it off the jump. She's going to play for 4, and that's going to suck unless I'm able to hop this and get the smite. Nice. That's a game winner. Them not going to 4 is everything there. Great job. We can play for the KD here, kind of. Nice. Good. Once you denied them 4, oh my god, you are there. Great job. And that smite was everything, right? Woo! That was a heist. Now the main thing that we need to do now is go for this here dragon with our Seraphine R. Now, I'm not going to show up to that dragon until my team can be there, so I need to check out my lane's prio. So we have mid prio permanently. Bot lane doesn't have prio, but he's 1v2. So we're going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to greed some camps. This is what I do. There will be a lot of games where you should skip these, but it's fine. Nice. Alright, so I played for my level up. I got level 9. Now I'm going to walk straight through. We're going to hit the scryer to see this side vision, and then use our pink here for this side vision. Now we're here. Now we're perfect time. We could look for Gwen here, get a little crazy if we wanted to. Doesn't have ward. Haven't seen her just yet. Bad timing. I actually didn't see my E over the wall. My bad team. My bad team. I sold it, but then I sold it, but then we bought it back. Nice. Nice, man. They have a refund button now. We're playing. I was playing old league with the E, but then a new league gave me the undo button. Lock me in. So again, we denied their win con, which was grub action on Gwen. Now we're playing for our win con, which is dragons. Good. And we did all this in 12 minutes, right? And the only like technical mistake that we made was off the back of our teammate making a mistake, and we tried to fix it, right? So you would consider this a very, very good game. So for anyone that struggles with jungling, I mean, try and just make your gameplay something like this, where you full clear and your ganks make sense. You're not just ganking to gank, have a reason to, right? And 99% of the time, the best reason to gank is a good wave state. Hey, my Casante's holding a freeze. I'm going to go gank that Tom Kench as he tries to push the wave in. Hey, I'm going to go mid because we win the 2v2, you know? Nice. And this is where you really pull ahead in jungle. I can play to ult the Tom Kench here. I do not need to ult that. I don't think there's a world that I need to ult that. Casante's playing super well. Great job, man. Nice. Gotta E him forward, bro. I don't think he had E, I guess. Would have been happy to help him out there. She has to hop the wall. She's not playing for that. Go ahead and use that E, brother. This Gromp is mine. You can kill my support. I don't care. Gromp is mine now. And you see how this stuff snowballs, right? That one dragon turned into like a half full clear for me, into denying her topside from her, right? So now we go level 11. She's almost level 10. And this is how stuff snowballs really out of hand. You want to just kill this guy? He saw right through me. That's warded. Nice. So Gwen is bot. So instead of recall and getting my Black Cleaver, I'm just going to play to be doing something. Again, if she's doing something, we're doing something. You never just recall while someone else is doing something else, and unless someone's doing something else, yeah. Because it's just a waste of your time, right? You can recall when she's dead or when she recalls, and then you don't risk losing something on the back end. I'm going to hit tab, and I'm going to see I have smite upgrades. So my smite's at 1200, so I want to just bring the rift straight to 1200 and 1200 only, right? 1200 on the dot smite. That was a 934 smite. She could have never stolen that. We save CC to stop him. Target champions only. Use our Q. And send it through. Now again, you'd want to save your Q. Actually, you want to just W over that wall onto Tom, and then once he tries to W, reaction Q, but I knew I had enough damage.
People say I'm hungry.
Now, my bot side could be dead, right? Because I was just topside for a really long time. They scried and saw me on the Rift Herald really early on. The main thing I need here is to get a recall up before this dragon. So I see that she has a blue buff, and I see the icons are gone, so I know that she got my bot side. That sucks. That's okay. It's not like we were doing nothing and lost that bot side, right? We took 2 of hers, and then she had 3 of mine, but I got a Rift Herald. So in terms of the trade, we're up. I need to start my music. There we go. And I don't miss the W too. Let's go. Alright, recall time. Now again, we have multiple AD threats, so Black Cleaver gets a lot better in a game like this. And then I like to skip boots often. Grab a tunneler here. You could wait for a pink ward. It wouldn't be bad. Actually, yeah, wait the pink ward here. Because we're going to Soul Point. There's no reason to risk anything over a little bit of time. Plus, it's not like I have a camp up to be doing anything else. So I like to skip boots unless they're, like, obviously good here and just grab health and some more AD. And that makes me, I mean, I'm sitting around 3k HP, right? No one on their team can do enough damage to kill me. Even if I got hit by all 5, if I can E, I mean, it'll be pretty good here. Nice. See, Gwen's going topside here. So she's trying to farm it out while we go to Soul Point. Again, that's her decision. That's her trying to win the game, is to stay strong. So this guy's playing really good. It just, unfortunately, our early game kind of brought a little bit too much in our favor. Winning that early 2v2 does a ton. Excuse me, sorry about it. And you never know how those cooldowns line up, right? So that could matter. Actually, we don't need to. We don't need to. We don't need to. We can play this. Okay. I like the damage. I like the damage. He's Flash. He's fine. He is Flash. He is so fine. The fight would be cool to play for, to shoot R and have fun, but again, remember, Dragon Souls win games, okay? More so than getting one random ace mid. That's why you don't shoot R there. That's why you actually don't look for any of those plays. Because again, Dragon Soul, think about how many times a Hex Tech Soul has won a game. Right now, their team, at 18 minutes, at 17:55, their team has to play perfect. They can never mess up every 5 minutes, or we go Dragon Soul, and oh, now the game's free. So again, that's what we're playing for here. Like, Baron's not even up. And the cool thing is, we didn't even fall behind on grub side of things, right? We got 1 pair of grubs and Rift Herald and 3 dragons. So, it, like, I mean, why not just get all of them, you know? And we have a little bit of time on this Herald. Herald's best used on mid turret. But you know me, I'm super, super greedy. So you see how many times I'm full clearing? Because I will be damned if I fall off. People think briar's like mid and late game is bad. No, man, you guys just stop farming. I never stop farming. The last thing I'm going to do is fall off. Now, I would like to just rip this mid turret. That would make me quite happy as a player. If we look here, they have 3. Technically, we would have a late Ezreal room, though. Now, we don't want to go just yet, man. They have 4. Oh my god, unless you just hit like that, bro. I mean, dude, they're just going to hit him like that? I mean, you should have just told me, I guess. A little bit of wall action, just a little bit, just to humble him out. Oh no. This is looking a little scary. Slide through. I gotta slide through. Come on now. You could fly right through there. I'm actually going to play for the rift over the wall. Kill this camp, and then slide through on the rift to the mid turret. Why are you taking the wolf? You're disgusting. Disgusting player. He took my wolf just for fun. Bird does not know about bleed. I'm telling you guys, like, this might not be the 20 bomb that you guys love seeing, but this is how you win games. And unfortunately, this is more realistic for you guys to replicate than just dropping a 20 bomb every time because you outplay every single opponent, right? Much less realistic to think that that will happen. Now we're going for Baron 2 minutes before Dragon Soul. What Baron does is it gets you Prio, and Prio gives you, you know, easier access to objectives, so kind of all lining up. I mean, their team is sliding through, right? We are in a rough spot. We should probably not flip this, I agree. Smart play. Our Poppy split to the wrong side, so I'd be surprised if she lives, but I've seen him cook. Good try. Oh wow. There's no way on earth that you guys actually play for this. I mean, there's like 0 way on earth. Oh man, I actually died there. There's no way. It's gonna take us a while, but trust me, there's no way that they make this work. This is the worst call they've ever made, ever. Poppy's back. Smolder got 225 in that fight. Alright, whatever, they can't do Baron. How obvious is it that they can't Baron? I do agree, man. I do agree they could not Baron. Although I do agree, I don't think that was the best way to react. It's fine. Us Baroning was even worse than them. Theirs was like an okay, decent bait. Alright, stay strong. See if you can sneak a level 14 pre this Dragon Soul, and then the game should end. I probably need to grab a little bit of Bork here. Maybe Bork third would be okay. I wanted the Sterix just because of the little burst that they have on the up front part of the fight. Right, like I'm gonna get put down a little bit by magic damage and a little bit of AD. So Sterix just works for a shield for both sides of the damage. Like lethality Kate kind of thing, and then you have Gwen's initial burst combo. Well, we can take that. That's really good damage. Okay. I'm going for 4. Boom! Don't go for too much just yet. You don't have to. You could W there, but again, remember, Dragon Soul wins. You see how all I did was hit R and now I've won a team fight? Guys, I will not yield. I yearn for it. The jungler's still alive. We have to play this like we care, so do a frame 1 smite. Timed with your auto. We don't have Baron, so we can't really play side lanes that well, or side lanes like at best. Our Cassante is TP, so this split's good. If he pulls one person down, that's best case scenario. You see 3, they doesn't look like they're reacting just yet. They have all 5 people spawned, but we're doing this pretty fast. Blast it, please, blast it, please. Doesn't have fire. Right, and I just give her 0 chance to ever get that Baron. That's my job. Thank you for the food. Ow! Okay. I just took so much damage, it's insane. Watch this. Never again. I did greed not going the tabbies early, but it's fine. I think we need to nerf Briar again. Oh my god, she was looking OP there. Nice. Man, this is one of those games that like in your head should be like, oh my god, this game is free, but nah, man. Never think the games are truly free. Now you have a few options this game, I'm not gonna lie, they do a ton of magic damage, it's just kinda hidden behind the curtain. So grab the Sterix Spirit Visage, okay? And then you can go 5th item, or 5th real item, so 6th item. You have a few options. You can basically look to go, what is it called? You know, like GA, if it's your, you know, hey, I'm going to run it down, give me a little bit of juice. Give me a second life. Or you can go something like Bork to actually start shredding through. Or you go Sundered Sky, you want to get a little bit more healing, or something else that's good against squishies. Oh, they're coin flipping really hard. Once she steps out of that circle, she's in fact, you know, going to drop the Gwen is immune, and then we just slide through. She just, I don't know, that was emotional. Been there before, so I know exactly what he's thinking. Oh, we're kind of there. I really missed. It sucks. I'm planning to buy time for my team here. They didn't know about the damage. Move! WE. Nice. Again, W to break out of the turret aggro, and then E to reduce every bit of that damage. Caitlyn was cranking damage, but unfortunately when Briar hits you, it's a little bit different. Chill, guys. Can I get W2, or we don't mess with me like that? We're not rocking with me. Ooh, minions haven't reduced that one. Seraphine honored for that one for sure. We're going to Q to the minions real quick just to make sure that those cannons are hitting the correct target. Our boy's doing well. Ah, man. Seraphine didn't have shield, I guess. I was able to play for this turret myself, which is good for this exact situation. Nice. Playing for the turret was right. Sucks that you don't get away with it, but it is what it is. Nice. There you go. As perfect as can be. So yeah, the end result is that Bork got nerfed. Dude, Titanic never left. Titanic was always there. Bork, you just need to put a little bit more thought into. Right? Oh my god, they actually have a reason for me to buy it. I can't just buy it when it's terrible. But, 18k damage is fine as a frontliner in this game because what is going on? I mean, my damage taken through the roof. Insane jungle right there, by the way. We actually played jungle super well. Oh, nice. How are we living, boys? I'm here to show you a little bit about Titanic. Now, with these Bork nerfs, we are going to talk about if they're actually terrible or not, but I thought I would show you a little bit about Titanic if you haven't already played a little bit of it. Let me tell you, this is the actual best build, in my opinion, for carrying games, but I think there's a little bit of divots to it that you need to learn from, so I'm hopefully going to highlight them for you this game. Now, let's talk about what happened to Bork in actuality once I hit this Smite W2 and charge up my E. Come on, man, you got to lock in on that full clear. So basically what happened to Bork is the on hit, their current max health damage of 10% moved down to 8, right? So you go here, right? You see 8% right over here. And that's a pretty big nerf when you're hitting champions that are high health. And then the people that were squishy, you were already killing them for the same reason. So it doesn't necessarily affect them that much. It just kind of takes away a little bit of your burst. Because when you're hitting people off the jump, right, when they're full health, that's when you're getting max value. Now let's talk about Titanic and why this thing gets better. Titanic has 3 different runes that are more so enabled. With it, and you can pivot your build, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. So this game I opted to go lethal tempo because it's kinda underrepresented, and I think that a lot of people again have a misunderstanding about how to play with it. So I'm going to show you exactly that. And one of the biggest things to go for is are you planning to TP or something? What's going on? My bad, that was actually terrible. I should never do that. Maybe. I was gonna say my bad. But yeah, no, so the idea is that lethal tempo is really good. You just have to know what to do with it. And if you add Titanic to lethal tempo, now you're going to stack up faster, and then you can get that fat magic damage that happens after you're fully stacked. For anyone that doesn't know what lethal tempo does, again, it just gives you attack speed, and then when it's capped out at 6, then you deal extra bonus adaptive damage. And that will help you a ton with scaling into some of these tanks like Skarner, for example, but also, I mean, Jack's super tanky. I don't think lethal tempo should be taken into these weaker, or rather less tanky games. I think you can stick to PTA, because PTA is better at burst anyway, so why wouldn't you play to its own strength? And then Conqueror also exists if you think that you're going to be solo frontline, you want a little bit more health. That's a completely fine way to play. Alright, so we're going to look for our Janna here. We're going to target champions only so that we can't mistakenly hit the minions. Lethal tempo's cooking, that's fine. Throw the wave and leave it for our team, I think. I think that's what we do here. Alright, now first recall, right? What do you do when you're on this money and you're going for Titanic? Now you have a few options. You can go something, like, alright, let's say for example, luckily I'm talking pussy. Oh good, sorry about it. So I don't think Tiamat is that good. Because it's 20 AD, it's not good skirmish, and a little bit of damage doesn't really add up. So if you have 1450, go something like this. Now this is a potent 30 AD, which is huge, and 150 health. No one in the game can skirmish with you now. And you need to know that, because this is how you bypass these awkward spots of buying in a super expensive item like Titanic Hydra. Titanic Hydra is 3,300 gold. Something like Bork, you know, I mean, it's a little bit cheaper, and each 100 gold matters a ton. So that's why, you know, Eclipse's selling point is the fact that it's 2,900 gold. You're able to get these cheaper power spikes and then, you know, push your advantage a little bit sooner and create some advantages. And the point of like something like Eclipse Under the Sky is that it's a cheaper build and it spikes really hard. But this one is all about scaling up a little bit, and it enables the full clear playstyle that, you know, this meta is for junglers. Junglers need to be clearing a ton. If you don't know that already, let me tell you, let me iron it out, let me say it for the 40th time. We have always been in farm meta for the past year, and it's important that you know that, and then know that your build can scale. So Titanic Lethal Tempo scales really hard. Eclipse Under the Sky PTA does not scale, right? It's good, and it's a great early game, but it doesn't scale that well. So we're going to look for Kassadin. Kassadin always gets away from ganks, but the idea is that you get him low, and then you can look for a little bit of good trading with your boys. So like even if I just get the W2 here and then E, put him into the wall maybe. Oh, look at that. Now he's 600 health, and now we can look again. Now top laners are scrapping a little bit. We're up a kill, but we're down farm. Let's look at the wave. Wave looks good for us, so that's really good. So the idea is that you go Titanic, and then you're able to stack your lethal tempo up in fights, and it'll just give you a better gameplay loop where your downtime without, you know, your W doesn't look that bad because you do have default lethal tempo, and as long as you're tagging some autos quite well, it really won't look that bad for you. A lot of people tend to deny the fact that Briar is still a champ without W. She just needs to be, you know, it's like, I should have prepared an analogy, but like, you don't have to be in the perfect situation to make a good situation, right? Alright, so we see top laners fighting, so we are walking. That's as simple as it gets. And we can't really stop this. Set's looking for an R, it seems. I tap E for the slow. Maybe Set could cook up, but... No, he dies. Now this is warded, right? So we can't really slide on this guy. How do you kill this guy? He is E, right? So maybe you R, and then buffer E and pray that you have enough damage? No? Let's see if we can bait him a little bit. I'm going to try and show off some cool stuff here. Right, he's going to look to QE me. There you go. But that's just as simple and textbook as it gets. Sorry, my friend, your wave has to go in. Man, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm going to make his day better. He doesn't know it. Who cares? You shouldn't always do this. You really have to, like, if your laner pings don't do this, don't. Give them what they want. Don't, give them what they want, because it's not worth the emotional damage that you do taking that wave, even if it is, in fact, better and, you know, better for the game that I take that wave, get him on a, you know, a different wave state. What really matters is the fact that he doesn't mental boom, decide to go bot lane and ruin the game, right? So usually in times like that, even if it is in fact correct, sometimes be weary of making your team mad for no reason. Now, one thing that we did do when we got that wave in, you have to understand that you now have another gank timer on top side. So you could in fact take this gank. Set's taking a recall, and his idea is that he just traded with Jack, so we can take a quick recall and then maybe look to fight with the health advantage or whatever advantage that he got there. Maybe it was a cooldown. I don't know, but we do have a little something. I'm going to take the recall. The moment that you have Titanic, recall, get it. So we have an 8-minute Titanic. If that's not a takeover, I don't know what is. So we're going to grab Titanic, and the idea is you want to use your W, but don't immediately Q if you don't have to. W, towards someone, Briar will auto. 1, Q, 2. Auto after that Q, because that's a auto reset. 3. Titanic, 4. And then auto again, W2, and that's 6. So you get immediately a fully stacked lethal tempo. And again, this isn't a lethal tempo selling video. It just happens to be one of the options that Titanic has, so I'm highlighting it. You probably already know how to play PTA Titanic because that's existing. So I'm taking some time showing you a little bit of the tech here. So Jack's used E, but not Q. So know that he is at. He has no E, so we're just going to punish him for that. He's forced to use his Q now. He gets his E soon. That's fine. Huge. Really, great job. And that gank is enabled by you hitting that wave in. And that's one of the skills of a jungler is to know kind of, hey, I got that wave in. Now I set myself up a gank. And you can take some of these leads that you get a lot further if you know stuff like that. So his topside camps are gone, so that leads me to think that he's now bot lane. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this trade on mid. Hopefully I don't ruin his wave. If I can just walk him away, I mean, I'm also very happy to just do that. Looks like they're fighting down there. I'm just going to walk past Cassidy. If Cassidy were to try and walk right, we'd be on his head. We'd drop a nuke. Nice. Skarner was in my... So he has a blue buff. That was from my jungle. Oh, I'm there. I get lethal tempo fully stacked here, basically. So we're going to slide through. And this guy can't do anything during this. Nice. And lethal tempo, I mean, right there didn't do much damage, right? It only did 167 damage. But that's kind of like you're fighting against the comparison to PTA, right? PTA, you're going to do W auto Q, W2, proc PTA, and then let the 8% scale up. Well, this gives you more of a team fight later on. Now, you do have pivots when you play this build where you can go the Logan Jungle Titanic build. I like Edge of Night a lot. I really do. Attack speed scaled with this build pretty well too. But Black Cleaver will be your best build if you ever have two other AD champs on your team. So something like Caitlyn, who's going to auto, and Set, who's going to auto a ton. Black Cleaver gains value. Now again, why? Because when Black Cleaver, it doesn't, just reduce their armor for you, it reduces their armor in totality. So when your team autos people that you've already hit, well, now you've reduced that. And more so, Briar's Bleed never stops proccing on it. So I hit one spell, and we go immediately full stacks. And that's huge when you have Black Cleaver. I can get out of aggro and then come back, actually. We're just gonna hop. Nothing I can really do. Nice. And we can actually play the dive here. We got a lot of stuff. We're gonna act like we're leaving, and then we're gonna send it back under once they get the wave in. Ooh. W2E. Rage. Good flash. We can wrap around again. We can play. We can go for a reach around play here. Now don't show immediately. You want to bait them? But he has it warded, bro. The idea is that if this isn't warded, he would be pressuring the Kate and or the Thresh, and then we would counter pressure him. Now if it's warded, it's unfortunate. To be fair, we just slid through, dove them bot, did all that, walked back here, and then this bush is warded. So someone cooked with a ward there. Someone cooked. Skarner's coming. We're going to ping them off. Alright, that's my one misplay of the video. It is what it is, man. There's like this inherent thing when I'm making videos where I'm like, man, you made a mistake. Do you just chalk it up? But, I mean, like, dude, you guys make mistakes. I make mistakes. It is what it is, man. Not too worried about it. Can we hit Jax? Smart, he walked. We did scuff his recall a little bit more, so that's good. That's actually really huge for Set. Because what that scuffing that recall does is it adds time for Jax to not get plates, right? So plates drop down at 14 minutes. Look at the game time, it's 13:07. So this Jax guy will be unable to get full plates on that first start, and that's huge. Now, what sucks is that we did first scrubs, we didn't get second, and we gave dragons. If you aren't stacking dragons early, don't value them too much. Value denying the enemy team them, but it is more so better to just stack dragons when, you got them early and then you can force a win con. But that's not always the play. Sometimes you just won't have a timer to do dragon. That's okay. Oh my god. W over didn't proc, but that's fine. I can walk over here. His camps are spawning. It's better for you to hit his camps, but you can't do that unless the fight's won. So now that my team gets that kill, we're there. Nice. Now that we're 12 minutes into the video, I can keep it real with you guys, because only the real ones make it this far into a video. The Bork nerfs, they exist, man. All they did was take away the situations that you would go Bork when it wasn't good and get away with it. When Bork is correct, i.e. you're versus tanks, it's still correct. That's what people don't get. It's still doing great damage, and it's doing a lot of good things for Briar. The reality is that you can't just get away with it for no reason. You can't just build Bork every game now. Now you actually have to think about it. And the only thought to really have is that if you are playing against tanks, you want to build Bork, Black Cleaver, and if you're against squishies, you want to play Titanic Black Cleaver. That's the only thing that changed. We canceled 2 autos, so that sucks, but we're fine. We have a fully stacked lethal tempo we can sit on. We have 6 seconds to find our next fight. And this is how you want to think when you play lethal tempo in Titanic, okay? The main thing to do, and let me give you this OP build. I've already made the video of why your ults suck, but let me tell you. This is what you want to do. I don't even know where we're going next. Let's get some attack speed. Something that interacts. We can see. But the idea is that you want to fully stack your lethal tempo just by hitting W, auto, Titanic, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then you want to ult someone with max Titanic or max lethal tempo stacks, because you will then send in, and instead of having the 8% damage of PTA, which is good, you have now fully stacked lethal tempo, which is doing more damage in the long run. And that's the key, man. You cannot underestimate that damage. We weren't able to trade that. That kind of sucks. I might be able to get his bot side for it though. I mean, I would love to slide through here. Don't get that twisted for a second. I'll go into this turret every time. So we have fully stacked lethal tempo. We're going to slide out, put him in the wall real quick. Now we could look ult, but we need to kite back just a bit. We're Wing out of there. That's true. If we take it to set, I can play. I can act like I'm just healing. And this is really good. You got to think about what the enemy team sees, right? Oh, we got to run. Ah, set showed. Good try. Oh, he tries to E. We punish him for it. Right? We just literally walk around until he E's. Oh my god. Lethal tempo stacked in 1 auto, so we're going to slide through. And this is where we do damage. Look for the pump. No turret here. We're doing fine. We need a W2 ASAP when we can get it. Still have lethal tempo stacked for a second here. Back to fully stacked. Nice. Really good. Huge. That was a heist. Jin's in the whip. There's no way he's serious. Is he trolling? I thought he would walk backwards, surely, but... Oh my god, you're going crazy. Ooh, my set kind of swerved that. Good job. Nice. Someone call 911. Sorry. Dude, the voices get so loud sometimes. Nice. Wait for the tier 2. Oh, maybe not in the face of a Jax. Okay. And now some people talk about runes and they're like, hey, Logan, why don't you go attack speed runes on either one of these since you're playing lethal tempo? They don't change how many autos you get per W. They don't add a lot to your gameplay. All they do is like feel a little bit different if that's what you're going for. So like if you're the type of person that feels really good with the attack speed rune, that's fine, take it. It's not really gonna do anything. But double adaptive is factually better in 99% of cases. So I wouldn't stress it too much. Feel is better than like, you know, a fact in this regard, but I don't think we got another juke in us. Dude, they just randomly 5-man bot. To be honest, they are losing, so I guess I get, like, you know, they're just trying to cook something, so it's fine. 12 seconds to Dragon, so we're definitely giving that up if they can't buy time. I would say we need something good for frontline, so something like Sterix, Death Dance, those things are really good. You do need a little bit of tenacity, but you also do need Tabby, so something like this would be pretty good. I'm not always sold on Wits. I think Wits is pretty average sometimes, but in a game like this, it's pretty good where your next team fight, you need Tabbies and tenacity, so you can kind of cook it. We're going to shoot our ult where they're going, not where they are. Rage that we hit. Looks like we do. Nice. Okay, watch lethal tempo stacks. Alright, we're already maxed out. That's good. Got the camp. That's chill. Good buffered auto from my set. That's really good. If he can go hit the bot tier 2, we can maybe look here. They will hit set. Go there. Nice. So when they go for set, we're going to slide Baron here. I like setting up this play. We have 20 seconds to look for it, so let's grab this red buff. Now again, you should wait till 20 seconds to finish this, but my team's actually looking for a play, so I'm not going to delay it. But if you waited till 20 seconds, or 20 minutes right now, the whole team would get a red buff. But you see this fight's going on, I don't think you're going to be able to wait 5 more seconds, so let's walk. Ooh, that's a bad miss. I just got ping-ponged. Alright, I thought I was in that fight. My bad. Sorry, team. It's going to be tough. I don't think we win this. Good try. Now, again, the enemy team is deathballing. Whenever this happens, deep breath, and, you know, just make it happen. Yeah, they didn't go set. Now, unfortunately, they didn't go set. Unfortunately for them, we got an inhib, so that's pretty good. And on top of the fact, we kind of did the too deep in their jungle thing. My team has a bit of memes going on, and I do appreciate the energy, but it's going to make me not focus. So I'm 10-3, right? They're 5-4, 1-8, 4-2. Okay, so it's okay if they unlock, but unfortunately, I gotta stay pretty locked here. Don't do this. All right, steal. All right, he might be locked. He might be locked. Are you so oh, good. Well, this game just went from like, oh, this is a chill game. Wow, Logan, you're playing so well. Great job. Oh my god, I'm learning so much about lethal tempo and Titanic and the reality of Bork's nerfs. And then everything that just happened ruined it. Not really ruined it because it's good for us, but you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, so many people get to discrediting me because some of my videos are like rare cases. They're not, by the way. They're not. That's cap and you're coping. But like, more random stuff happens in your guys' game. A lot of you are just doomers. A lot of you are just like, wouldn't have happened in my game. It's never happened. Meanwhile, your bot lane Samira is dropping 30 kills. Oh, I didn't buffer my E. We're playing for it. Get under here. Galio's coming. Set. My set just walked away from turret while I'm tanking the whole time. That was a little messed up of him. Cook it up. 80 carry. Oh, I think Kate never walked backwards. I had it. This game is like, it started off so high quality and now it's just dipping. So yeah, a build like this is okay. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Wit's End very often, but this happens to be one of the times where it's good. You can steal a Baron, but 100 health Jhin is a crazy world for you. Now, the main thing to do here is, you know, right, we're just trying to get this, as you say, dragon from them. I'm going to wait for an extra ruby crystal. The problem with Wit's End is that it doesn't give health. That's like the biggest thing for it. But, you know, if they're able to bypass that spot by buying, you know, a 1k HP here, and then you get a fast null magic, or a fast Negatron cloak, then you're able to kind of bypass the bad parts. So you really have to learn itemization as a whole too. Because itemization is a skill, bro. People don't want to say that. People want to build the same items every game. That's not realistic when you're trying to be competitive, right? Because, you know, some games, certain items are just going to be better. And that's fine. Playing the same build, like, is okay to get to, like, masters. But you will reach a point where you get locked in. And it's based off your relative skill if you're allowed the extra space of not learning itemization. So it's tough to say if you could hit masters with it, but the reality is that a player could, which is where some people get a little misunderstood about it. Like, it's not worthless, but it also isn't the only thing that matters. So there's like kind of a balance to it. But I do like Wit's End when I'm playing for lethal tempo. I really do. Obviously, because attack speed is kind of lit. Nice. It's good. Walk up 5 on this inhib, get triple inhib going, and then we're good. I don't like ulting just yet. I want to pre-stack. My set's going to go crazy with that W, so we kind of got to take it. We're going to E, put him into the wall. We're going to take the demon combo on him. He's going to go over the wall, take me over. Now I'm fully stacked lethal tempo for this fight. That's good. I'd catch him no matter what. It's no worries. We're just going to tap E for slow on this one. And when this E drops, he actually just gets so damage checked, it's insane. Yeah. Lethal tempo diff. And I was at 800, just went to 1600. So we got 800 extra damage from lethal tempo. But the thing is, the damage stat isn't always indicative. If I could end off on this, it's unfair to completely compare them because the attack speed that you get from your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth auto isn't being tracked. So it's done more damage than that because you're autoing faster. But, you know, some people do like big shiny numbers. I get that. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, the point is that, you know, Bork isn't dead. All it did was it reinforced the idea that you have to be building it when it's correct. You don't have to go first. You can go third, but you don't go it when you're against 5 squishies, right? It doesn't make any sense. And then you have Titanic, which is this awesome squishy killer build that actually does more damage to squishies than Bork does. So to leave it off, you know, Titanic has a lot of different options. You can go Wit's End with it, or you can go, you know, right here, you can go Sterix in place of Wit's End, go Spear Visage into GA, and you have like some of the best late game Briar ever gets. Damage there, right? Farm meta, we took a ton of damage, did what we had to do. Check out the runes, right? Good damage, good healing. Legend Haste, time completed 640, cracked, coup de grace, gas. Everything that you need to know. So there you go, there's the rant. I know the video was a little weird, but there's a lot of gas to it, so enjoy it. Have a good one. Thank you so much.